I see you. There you are in the front row. Grandma Gay, Christina. It's always good to see you on Friday night when I get to see you. Mr. Producer's over there ready to go. He's got his checklist and he's been checking it twice. I'm Mary Gunn. Mary Gunn Fun. Welcome to Craft Roulette. I am your intrepid hostess tonight, and I'm so glad to welcome you. We are here almost every Friday night at 6:10 for the slideshow, 6:30 for the show, and we have a place right here for you. Come and join us. If you don't know what Craft Roulette is, we are the ultimate paper crafting, card making game show challenge, and we are here to just talk, make some cards, have some craft time. We don't know what we're going to do yet. The wheel hasn't told us. So we're gonna have a lovely guest on who is an emergency room nurse. So she's prepared. She's got the inner strength to face the wheel. But it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have Terese Calvird. I always have to work my mouth to say that name just right. But she's gonna be joining us here in just a minute. Have a little bit of housekeeping. Did love the slideshow. Everything that rhymes with ache. That was a fantastic week, you guys. If you did a card last week, kiss your brains right now. You did a wonderful job, and make sure you stay around because we do have some new sponsors. We're going to tell you who they are, and you will be eligible for winning some great gifts from them. So hang around, okay? I guess that's about it. We need to, as a matter of fact, why don't we talk about our sponsors? Oh, let's knock the wheel around, too. Oh, we have the Paper Crafters Get Organized Summit with Laurel Beard and Justine Hovey. I don't have it written down. I can't remember a thing. And I think Therese is in that, too. There's like 27 people. This calls for confetti. We're big about confetti around here. And whimsy stamps. Yep, we welcome these new spin sponsors. They are giving away presents just for our wonderful card contributors. The paper organizing one is a VIP pass, and they'll be giving it throughout the month. And then the other two are giving away $25 gift certificates. Who can not love that? So just for sending in cards, you get a chance to win. We do thank you. We are not sponsored here on Craft Roulette by any companies. We depend on our financial support from our patrons. There's a little list or a little thing about how we have that. And I got a lot to talk about that right now, and then we'll get on with the show. Our patrons help us financially keep up to date with some of our technology, including Mr. Producer, who went out and bought himself a new monitor today because he had to buy himself a new graphics card earlier in the week, and it made his monitor not work. So then he had to get a new monitor, but that also meant that he had to get two new cables, and one of them didn't work, and so he got a splitter for another cable, and then he got he hooked up another monitor for a big event that we are going to be doing in October. I'm not going to tell you. But if you are a patron, you will be learning more about it tomorrow on the all patron call. Thank you guys for being there. I think it's going to be fun. Anyway, so he put this monitor so he can see it, and it's going to be fantastic. And so now we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors for this show. So that's why we have to have patrons. My gosh. And so anyway, we do appreciate you so very much. We want to say happy birthday to our patrons that have birthdays this month that are part of our card exchanges. And those lovely birthday people would be Amy Ullin. I think she's here tonight. April Palmer, Dabbles by Linda, a.k.a. Linda Gorman. Danica Matters. There, my little handwriting's bad. Mary Ann Hill. By the way, I'm going to put my hand right up here. Judy Kamick. And Janet Flanagan, who started all of the card exchange. The card exchange is huge. It's very, very popular. You can send cards to each other. It has like 4 levels of security. And it's only for our patrons to keep it a little safer in this crazy age of who knows what. We'd like to also welcome 7 new patrons this week. Outstanding. We'd like to say hi to B, Amy Gould, Shelley Gilman, Glenda Dia, Kathy Christians, Kate Arendt, and Sarah Treadle. I probably screwed up your names. I don't do it on purpose, and I don't do it to be disrespectful. But so glad to have you on board, and I hope to get to meet you tomorrow on the call. I don't think I had anything for you guys to have to bring. I can't remember. Anyway, we are going to talk to Amanda Stevens tomorrow on the call, and she's going to tell us about what she found out at Creativation, for instance. So we're going to have a little inside look to what's going on in the world of creativity, including this beautiful new jumper by Marianne Hill, who is visiting Stonehenge on her birthday, and she made this darling little robot. He's squishy. He's a squish butt, and I named him Hill. So we're so serious here. We're just one serious bunch of artists. Yeah. So we do have merch. This is not something you can get. This is mine. But we do have merch, including some lovely new mugs, in case you need a little something to hold your pens, your super glue guys, and all the cool stuff that you have on your desk. And plus, this is a Who Done It mug, and that is our game that we play on Tuesday nights. I'm ready to bring on somebody else to talk. Are you guys ready to welcome a craft roulette? Welcome to the second time. Oh, she had robots too. The second time to the wheel, our friend from down under, Terese Calvird. Yay!
Hi. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me, Mary and Stephen.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. We just love having you on. And you were on number 99, and so we've had it's been a few minutes since we talked. Isn't that time flies though, right? We'll talk more about how you are now part-time, and you can't believe how fast the day feels and all that kind of stuff. But go ahead and tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself, please, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Terese Calvird. You can find me at Lost in Paper. I have been creating cards now since about 2005, and also, gosh, I started my blog in 2010, and it's just all kicked off since then. Started a YouTube channel not long after that. I don't know why, but I thought it seemed like a good idea. I wanted to share my love of making cards, and it was a good way to learn lots of things, and I like to try lots of different things, so it just grew from there. And I'm lucky enough to be on some wonderful design teams and have some amazing friends in this awesome community of ours. It really is such a good place to be. That's why I keep coming back.
Well, we're all the better world of crafters because of it. You do beautiful florals, things that make my mouth just drop, my jaws drop. It just, how does she do that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's not in my DNA to make something that pretty. And I usually make goofy. So, but I really admire your abilities and the things that you can do with a little bit of color, a little bit of flour, and a little bit of paper.
Good.
It's wonderful.
Nothing wrong with goofy.
Nope. You know, you gotta work with your bend. Otherwise, you're fighting yourself all the time. So it's okay.
I learned that one early on.
So when you were a wee lass, did you play with papers and paints and all that kind of thing a lot, or?
Yeah, always doing crafty stuff. My mother is one of those people who can pick up any kind of craft and she'll be amazing at it, like from sewing, knitting, crochet. The thing that she ended up doing the most was cake decorating, and she used to actually teach cake decorating. So, incredible. Like what she used to create just blew me away. But yeah, so I think I just had it ingrained from the beginning. There was always something crafty done, and I always loved to draw when I was a kid and colouring. So I'm still doing that.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that nice? I know, we kind of are who we are from early on, and we just get more defined as that person, I think.
I feel the same.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, yeah. Anyway, have you seen some of those cakes that are decorated like snakes and purses and shoes, and then it looks real, and then they go to cut it, and it's like almost creepy. It's pretty creepy.
Well, I haven't seen the really realistic one, but one that stands out in my mind that she made for a friend of ours was the Smurf cake. That was actually, I think, did they live in toadstools? Was it toadstools that they lived in, Smurfs?
I know.
And
It wouldn't
so
surprise
she
me.
built the whole big toadstool out of cake and icing, and then had the little girl Smurf sitting out, and she made it all from icing. Little girl Smurf sitting out the window, Papa Smurf sitting underneath in the shade, and all the garden around it.
Man, that's impressive. Yeah.
Making the cards easy compared to that.
I know. I don't want any. I wonder what craft roulette for card maker or cake bakers would look like.
10 weeks long.
Yeah. We'll be back after these couple weeks that we spend in the Bahamas. It would be a little bit different. But you see, like British Bake Off and stuff like that. I guess they do a lot of editing.
It'd have to be.
Yeah. Maybe I'll talk to Paul Hollywood. Isn't that guy's name on that show? And say, hey, you want to try some spins of the wheel? But anyway, yeah. Maybe he'll give me a handshake. Yeah, give me the cake and we'll be peace. We'll have all peace. All right. Well, we have some crafting to do. The first time you were on, you got robot. And so I'm kind of wondering if you're going to get something that's just been lurking in the parameters for months and months, like paperclip. And it'll be fun. It'll be fun. You didn't have any trouble, but it was funny because you are not a robot kind of girl. And I remember you said something about, well, maybe a robot with flowers, but you got robot with tickets. And so you just did this amazing little card with a ticket coming out. And then our other Australian friend who now lives in Canada, Heather Telford, who is also tends to be more fine art and florals and beautiful things. She also got robots. So I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't get it. It's a mystery of life. But we'll see.
The only reason I said yes, I saw that robots wasn't on the parameters.
Smart girl. Your mama didn't raise a dummy, that's for sure. Crafty girl, but not dumb. So, but you did have a question for me before we get started and all that good fun stuff.
Actually, you're right, Mary, I did. And it is, what is craft roulette?
Oh, you did that beautifully. You didn't have to read it or anything.
I did.
You're so smart. Well, let's find out what the heck it is since you went through all that trouble. We'll be right back. Thank you.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yep, that's what we do every week, almost every week on Fridays. We just hang out here and have a good time. I seriously, that's basically it. We don't sell anything. We don't teach you anything. We just kind of hang out. So if you're down for that, stick around. We are going to celebrate some achievements, though, this week. We all like to say thank you so much. We can't say thank you to all the 241 people every week because we'd be here forever, and I get sleepy. And so what we do is we just pick out a couple little groups to say thank you. Welcome to our first timers, our major milestone achievers, 25, 50, 75, and so forth. our leading ladies of the week, who we have an Australian in there. And we have a couple of people to welcome to Club 52. And we even have a new mug clubber. Club 52 means that you have sent in 52 cards, which is a year's worth of cards, which I think is remarkable. And mug clubber means that you have sent in 100. We're going to send out personalized mugs for the mug clubbers. We're almost to our cutoff for the first 25, and then we will be sending out a standardized mug clubber mug to those up to 100, and then we'll figure out something else, because we fly by the seat of our pants. That's where we like to fly. But we had 240 cards sent in last week. Amazing, 241. That was the one I did. It was an easel card. We used cornucopia colors. We had to do something that rhymed with ache. And you had to include some gold. You guys did a fantastic job. We had Jake breaks. We had steaks. We had snakes. Some terrible, terrible snakes. The Bob Ross snake. Kudos for that. 3 hours on French knots on the Bob Ross snake's hair. Do check it out over on our craftroulette.live website. There's a lot of information in there. It's a great website. I will go ahead and just say it. It's a great website. Each episode...
It is. It's a great website.
There's the designer right there. And each episode has, within its little menu, it has the gallery, it has the guest, it has the video of the episode. It also has process videos, and we got 5 for this particular episode, so go over and check it out, including Vicky Ruda sent in her, no, she didn't send one in for this week, but anyway, I digress. So anyway, it was great. It's a great website. Go check it out. Pardon me. That was mine. Whoa, our guest was Sandy Ledoux, and I think she's here tonight, and she made this card. Her gold was a golden rod, and I'm not talking the kind that make me sneeze, but she had a wonderful little, she didn't have any trouble with this little card at all. It's just as cute as can be. We are going to bring in Therese to be watching while we welcome and say congratulations to our achievers. There she is. All right, so this part is on a timer. I always like a little drink. We would like to welcome our first timers to Craft Roulette. Joy Wilson from Kentucky. That's amazingly cute. That's B, cool. Who is also a new patron from Texas. Amanda from Arizona. A frozen lake, if you're wondering. Ledoux Designs, who is Sandy's husband. Daybreak. Kelly from Florida. Rake. Tyler from Florida. I'm not seeing it right off, but I know it's there. Renee from Louisiana, also a first timer for her coffee break. Major milestone achiever for 25 cards, Max Macias. Robert, sadly, that would be birthday Bob. Laura Ellis has sent in 75. Well done. And Anna York has sent in 100. She is a mug clubber, and she's done 41 Star Wars cards. Smurf Murphy has sent in 118. She is the leading lady, along with Jackie Muller from Australia. In fourth place, we have Kathy Herring with 122 cards. 5K Now 6K Lamone has sent in 124 cards. Outstanding. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis made a gorgeous card with 130 for her 135th, and our leading lady Patty Beck has sent in 152. There's that confetti. Roberta Sadler, or Mrs. Bob, Birthday Bob, has sent in 52, and Murray Youngblood has sent in 52 also. They are new. Well, we don't have the mug clubbers up there. They are new to Club 52, which means nothing. And it's all bubkus. You don't get any presents. You don't even get a sticker. You don't get a lollipop or a special flight to New Zealand. You get nothing. But we sure appreciate you sending in all those cute cards and inspiring and motivating us to make our own. So thank you. Wasn't that something? We had like a 25, 50, 75, and 100. Yeah.
Incredible. And Jackie there from Australia too.
Yeah, she's a mug clubber, obviously. And so when she got her mug that's for her 100 cards, she she sent a picture, and she had her Craft Roulette t-shirt on. She had her mug. And she's like all in Craft Roulette. I love it. She's a great lady. She's also very active in the Facebook group, leaves a lot of glitter or kind comments, and so she's just a neat gal. We really appreciate her. Yep. But you know what this means.
I'm ready. Go for it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Those are the parameters that we will be working with tonight. We will be spinning for one in the projects, one in the colors, element, and random, and then we will be making cards using those parameters, whatever we get, and we won't have a fit. We do offer our patrons an opportunity to veto 3 of those parameters, and that means that the wheel cannot make us use that particular parameter. If you want to use it, you're good to go, but we don't have to use it, we will spin again. This is the part, if you are brand new to Craft Roulette, your eyes are going to glaze over. You're not going to know what we're talking about. So just hold tight and we will explain everything. And then after we explain everything, you still may not know what we're talking about. But just sit back, relax, and see what we do. And then it'll all start going, what are they doing? Okay, we'll figure it out. Let's, I don't spin yet. Let's see, for colors, the patrons said, please no winter colors, Mr. Wheel. We want summer to come. Well, you're going the other way, but we have had winter enough. For element, they said no eggs. Number 19. I think they're done with Easter already. And for random, they said no thank you to Rediform. Number 5.
It's ready for that.
I know. It's so fun, too. It's so fun. This is the part of the show where we offer you a veto if you would like to take it. Is there something on that board that just makes your stomach flip?
There's actually a couple of things, but probably the one that would stump me the most,
Yeah.
and I've got a feeling it's probably what I vetoed last time when I was here, is the paperclip. I'd like to veto the paperclip.
You know,
I have no way of incorporating that into a card other than having to think too hard.
Well, you know, there's a point to that. That it doesn't. You don't need to worry about it. Then it's off the board. You got it covered. And I don't remember. I didn't have time to check my spreadsheet on your last visit, but I do keep that. And I think if you would probably remember better than I. But yeah, paperclip is much hated. But if you did get your way, what would you tell Mr. Wheel you would like to make tonight?
The project, I like your card choice.
It's always smart.
Yes, can go anywhere with that.
Where is
The colours?
It's number 5.
Okay. For colours, I was thinking the happy colours. That always suits my sort of style. Really like to use happy colours in a card. And element, why not use plant? Because I figured that could be leaves or flowers, and I've got 1 or 2 flower stamps around me.
Oh yeah. You probably do have a few flower kind of things. Yeah. And
But maybe that's the problem, because I might have too much to choose from.
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Random, the 3-item cluster. That'd be fun.
3-item cluster. Yeah. Yep. I can see that your style having all of those things working for you. Okay. Well, we'll see what he does. There's no robot, so you're pretty safe.
No.
Yeah. And eggs are off. So we'll give him a warm up here. Yeah, I'm kind of moving on. I'm going to cook some and be done with them. For project, what are we going to do? Number 8, a peekaboo card. We are going to talk about each and every one of these parameters, so hang on and start putting your thinking caps on. We do like to read your comments. So what colors are we going to be using? Grandma Gay, we're spinning. First grader. Well, those can be happy bright colors. For element, Number 11, rain.
First grader in the rain.
A first grader, last week they had, they didn't want to be tied to a table with a first grader with the parameter vetoes and for random. Number 2, we have to distress an edge. Edge distress. Okie dokie. Okie dokie doke. Well, in the northern hemisphere, we're coming into spring and we do have rain. Do you get rain in your fall?
I live in the subtropics, so
it's always
we kind of have a wet and a dry. So in the summer, we're meant to get our rain, but we haven't had much this year. Okay. But down south in Victoria and the southern states, they do.
Okay. All righty. Peekaboo card. What do you think? But to me, when did I put that on there? What was I?
The whole thing about the.
Oh, let me back up. This is an art project. We do not tell you what to do. We don't tell you what products to use. All we say is you figure out your interpretation of those 4 parameters, make your project with those 4 parameters to be able to send in. Now, art projects can be very literal. They can be, for rain, you can do a raindrop. It would work. Oh, I just had a really good idea. And, or you can make it as abstract as you want. You can do like Amanda Stevens did one time. She had all these little filaments with beads on it for rain. It was fantastic. So you can make it very abstract or very artsy. But we're not going to tell you what to do. All we do is say, figure it out, make your art project, and have a little fun. There's the other thing. The other thing is that I like to point out, if you feel like you're not good enough for this, you are. You really, really are. Don't be intimidated. Those cards that we saw earlier are amazing. But they can be simple. They can be classic. They can be overdone. They can be as much as you want. It doesn't say peekaboo card a certain size. You can make a peekaboo card the size of a poster board if you wanted to. It would be an artistic project. As long as you can take the picture, we're good. Just don't bring it to my house because I don't have any room for stuff. But so you see what I'm talking about, I hope. Peekaboo card. Now, I'm thinking when I wrote peekaboo card, I was kind of thinking of having a little flap or a little surprise thing that revealed something. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It might mean that you have something on the top of the card and then you open it up and see something. It might mean that you've got some person playing peekaboo in the rain. I don't know. There's other ways you can take it. But you can have, you could have a circle with a brad on it that you lift up and reveal something. Maybe kind of like a spotlight card where you have the black and white on the outside and then you turn it up and there's the same image and it's colored. Except it wouldn't be spotlight. It would be different. It would be peekaboo because maybe we just made that one up. I don't know. But it can, or what comes to mind for you? Because I'm kind of rattling.
So very similar. The other thing I was thinking of was perhaps doing a window in the front of a card and seeing an image through the hole in the window. And when you open the card, you see the rest of the image.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That would work.
Especially with the rain element.
Or an interactive card. So something that you do a pull tab and it will pop something up.
But it could be very simple.
Or
yeah. But it could be very simple. It doesn't have to be a fancy fold. People will come up with... This is the kind of element or the kind of parameter that we really don't know what it is until next week about this time. And we see all the ideas that come in, which will be many. Anything that is, to me, peekaboo is something that's going to surprise you somehow or other. Something that you don't see first off. And then it all of a sudden goes, oh, never thought of that. Oh, I see that now. Oh, it's not necessarily a card for a person who doesn't understand cards. This is maybe a card maker's card week. So, anyway, I think that's kind of a fun little. I have an idea already, but we'll see what Peekaboo is in about 7 days. Because it is kind of an open thing. The first grader colors. Okay, immediately I think the Crayola pack.
Mm.
But first graders aren't necessarily made just with Crayolas. We also have those little pink girls and those little lilac girls and those little boys that may like whatever they like, camo or blue jeans or pink or lilac, I don't know. So it's going to be, we've opened up our color parameter. So it's what you're going to think a first grader would think. So I'm thinking along the lines of bringing in the element of rain. How would a first grader use colors on a rain picture?
Probably all over the place.
And hand paint.
Yeah.
But this is
and that's
just the
a
colors.
Yeah, that would be a technique. So, first graders, you're going to be able, if you think of first graders, your first thought, bright, primary, go with bright and primary. But if you think of primary plus pastels, go with primary and pastels. It's your art project. What was your first thought?
Please just justify it when you submit it.
Did you change the form on? No, not yet. Never mind. Just tell us. That's right. Whenever you come up with something and you go, this is how I think it is. Sometimes I think everybody will understand what I say or do, and nobody does. And so just tell us in the description where you came up with this idea. Rain. Rain is wonderful. Do you have some boots or an umbrella stamp or plants need rain? You could have plants in rain.
If you had that outside looking in card, the outside could be raining.
That's right. Oh, that would work. And there's lots of good stencils, like a polka dot stencil would work for that, I was thinking, or even I've got these little clear dewdrops. You could put those on a flower petal or as a decoration and just call it rain.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I do not have this talent for tonight, but my thought was if you just drew a great big raindrop and worked on the reflections and things in it, you could have something reflecting in it and the rainbow and the prism and everything in there. I think that'd be cool.
A rainbow would be a good option for the first grader colours too.
Good point. It really would be. So you could bring in elements of rain. You don't just have to have physical rain. You can have the elements around rain too, like boots and umbrellas and little ducks splashing in the water. You can have puddles. Yeah, all those things. So it's we want to make this a fun gallery. I just love seeing all this stuff come in. So it's it's kind of like take your first thoughts, something that bounced real fast, bright neon light, just and kind of explore with that. And then edge distress, inks, scissors, that kind of thing, just rough up an edge. Doesn't mean it has to be the edge of a card. It can be an edge of an element. It doesn't have to be big. It just needs to have a little bit. Raindrop paper, that's a great idea. What else are those chatterboxes saying? Water petals.
It's raining men.
It's raining men. Is that what somebody said?
Yeah. Raining cats and dogs.
There you go. It's raining men. Hallelujah. Cats and dogs, that would be cute too, sis. Oh yeah. See? There's probably a million rain songs too. You could make a card that has some sort of rain.
Toto. Rains down in Africa.
That's right.
Classic.
Yes, you could have the continent of Africa with some rain somehow or other. You could do all sorts of stuff. It can be very cool.
Purple rain, yeah.
Purple rain.
Mm.
Oh, Lisa. Way to go. Raindrops on roses, whiskers on kittens. You guys
Here's
got
my
singing
rose.
in the rain.
Here's my
Yes.
rose.
Oh, see how fun you guys are. A splash. Yep. Or you know how you could have a little fairy scene where the fairies are taking a little bath or playing in a little leaf that has rain around it. So I think you guys will have fun. That's what I want. Rainbow Connection almost makes me cry. Never rains in California. Man, you guys really did. Give him an inch. Give him an inch. I wonder if you can edge distress with a paintbrush, like with water.
Maybe with a
And then
paper
kinda
clip.
Crumple. Probably. Maybe you can have a raindrop suspended from a paper clip.
Explain edge distressing.
Edge distressing to me is just one edge that's kind of either has ink along it. You know how people take the little sponge thing, or they take a scissors and rough it up. So it doesn't necessarily ink. I guess it's not ink distressing, but that's what they call it. I guess it's edge distressing, ink distressing, physically distressing, burning it. Don't get hurt. Don't burn down the house for the show. Poking holes in it, I suppose, could do it too. You can taking a file and filing the edge, ripping the edge. It would all work.
Yep.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's what the edge distress is. So I think we're good. Now we just have to pull it in.
I know,
We've got
right?
so many ideas. Are you good? Or do you think you're
Yeah, I'll find something.
Robots
doubt.
in the Rain, my next single?
Wearing paper clips. It's all good.
And purses. All right. Let's break and get our stuff. And while you guys get to enjoy my favorite actress doing my favorite commercial for In Review. We'll be right back.
It's my favorite.
Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The Who Done It Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Yes, and if you want a headband like Cool Mary wears in that ad, all you have to do is buy a blanket at Sam's, and it comes with this ribbon that I use for a cool headband. Props around here and the set director and things like that. It's kind of fly by the seat of our pants also. So what are you thinking? We don't solve mysteries, but we do solve mysteries. That's right. That's exactly what we do. but we don't. We do solve mysteries. We play Who Done It, and somebody is the head detective each week, and you guys are good. They come to play. They're serious players. We're gonna upgrade it. Okay, Mr. Producer's got a plan.
Tell me how you like this, but I think in the in-review challenge, we're going to have it so you'll have to say...
Oh, that's right.
...what you recognize in the card. Not just the name, but what you recognize also. And it should add a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Oh, man. That'll slow you down a little bit. But it's okay. I mean, you're fast, but I think actually it might help everybody understand what you're doing too, and how you come up with this idea. Yes, more sleuthing. Absolutely. The Sherlock Holmes Hat Award should be coming any day. But you guys do have fun. Yes, this is a Trinity stamp. Isn't it cute? I have no idea if it's still available, and I think I've used it before. Because I'm a stamp repeater. Oh, shocking. Shocking. I'm a stamp repeater. You already have a Sherlock hat. I looked him up because I was drawing him the other day. I couldn't figure out how to draw him without looking him up. You can buy them on Amazon. There's a whole bunch of them. Kind of surprising. It is. Here's my cute little girl, though. I'm going to let her dry a little bit. So, I don't know if my vision of this is going to be right or not, but my vision is to
Flip your camera down.
cut her out in a circle and then put her under here in a circle and then make it on a brad so that you move it up and she's colored instead of just black and white on top. It's kind of like I don't know. Peekaboo card. That way it would be a peekaboo, maybe a little piece of ribbon or something.
We're getting word from down under. Yes. She's ready to come back.
Let's bring her up.
Too many ideas.
Yep, that's the spectrum of Craft Roulette's. You get the parameters and you just go, oh no, I've got nothing. Then you start talking about it and you go, I've got everything. And then you go, I got to figure this out and pull it back down. What are your thoughts?
Why not? So I've got, and I had no plans on using this set, but there you go, hey. It works. This Space Out set's an Alan Hudson one. I thought I'd make a peekaboo window in the ship. And I've got to use just a little one of these little thingies, what do you call them? Aliens peeking out the window, and first grader colours. Now, I haven't worked out the raindrops yet, but I will as I go, I figured. One thing at a time.
Why be in a hurry?
There was a suggestion, raining meteors, and that is a great suggestion.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like star trails, maybe, if it was flying through space.
Oh, that sounds good.
Meteor shower, that is good. I like that.
Now, I just have to work out how to do the meteor shower.
Details.
Can everyone work on that for me while I do some colouring? Or because I'm sure that little die fits in there. If not, I'll make it fit. I think I can get a small. It might be the littler one.
I like your little rocket ship.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had, because I couldn't, this is the other one I was thinking about doing. I had these two stamps, which are actually peekaboo stamps. I thought, is that kind of cheating?
No, it's using your resources.
Yeah, so that was that was my other thought.
That's a good thinking.
But then I just going back to the rocket ship.
Well, I'm kind of changing my mind as I go too.
Good.
In the same boat.
Right.
Die cut.
Yeah, that's all. That'll be good because I'll restamp it after. I always restamp things. And do I need to? I won't zoom in because I'll probably forget to zoom out, which is my usual trick. Primary. The Racing Red rocket ship.
Stick nice. Hang on. Oh yeah,
And
primary. Go for it.
I don't really want to do any shading because I figure, well, it's when not too much anyway. When I'm doing like kids, if I think of that, what was it? The first grader colours, they're like solid blocks of colour. I was thinking maybe, I could have done paper piecing, but then I'd have to fussy cut. And on live YouTube,
It can be,
the color, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna. I decided not to do the. I think the idea was okay, but I think I'm gonna put her in the rain. I think I'm putting her in a rain shaker.
Where did you say she was from?
She's a little Trinity stamp girl.
Oh,
She's cute. Cute as can be. Trim her up a little bit.
I don't think I've got my tongue sticking out, but
I hope
I always
so.
go quiet when I'm colouring.
I cut this in white, but now that I have, do I want her? Decisions. Okay, I don't like that. Here we go. All right, you're already started. Really, you're off to the races.
Oh, I thought you started.
Well.
That's what made me make up my mind because I know I was thinking.
Okay, so it's kind of like almost like you're at a restaurant. Sometimes it's like, oh, what are you having? Oh, I'm gonna have this. Well, I'm gonna have that too.
Tell you what they're having. My husband does that sometimes. He won't tell me what he's ordering until at the time of ordering. It's like, why don't you tell me?
Because I want you to say, because I know that you're going to say, oh, I'm going to have whatever I always have, but I'm going to pretend that maybe I won't. So, it's
let that
good to have
dry.
ideas.
The thing with Copics, just in case you aren't aware, like it looks a bit streaky at the moment, but it hopefully will dry less streaky. We'll see. We'll do another layer after, otherwise.
You could pop your zoom in a little bit if you want.
A little bit? Will you remind me to...
Yep, I will. Oh, yeah, that's good. That is good.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. But
then you'll see where I go outside the lines, and red is not forgiving. Why did I choose red again? Tell me that. Oh, it's right. First grade.
I'm going to do standard first grade issue watercolors.
Yes. And they all make mud when put together.
This is basic watercolor.
I'm going to overblend it and it'll blend out.
It'll be fine.
Has anyone finished their cards yet? I know that you put them up when they submit.
Man, sometimes they get done so fast.
Do that.
I don't know.
I've got something
really
worked
don't,
out
because
for every...
they're not bad cards. They're really nice.
Awesome. We
And
got
so
all
sometimes I
3,000
think,
whatever parameters worked out, ready to go.
I don't know if Mr. Wheel gives them ideas and they know what to do. I don't know if there's a network that I don't know about.
It's a secret society.
Yes, indeed. Totally. I think
that's what we all are, aren't we, as card makers? We've got our own world, that's for sure.
I hope
we let everyone in who wants to join.
Right, we're not creeps. We're nice.
We're lovely.
We're lovely. By the way, I wanted to say there's a new feature on the website, and it's about the schedule, because it is kind of confusing because we are all over the world and we have different deadlines. So when you go to the weekly schedule now
which is a new menu item
on the website, it will be in your time zone.
Yep.
I saw that.
All of the
It
times
helped me a
on the
lot.
website, all of the times on the website should display in your time zone or whatever time zone your device is set to.
That's kind of creepy.
That made it very easy for me to work out what time I needed to be here.
It's
Thank you
hard
very much.
otherwise. Yeah. It's math.
But yeah, there's a new page on the website, and it will, because our schedule repeats every week, and so it lays out what happens on, each day. It's good.
Yeah, it's helpful.
It is
because
good.
it is kind of like we've been around long enough. We've heard the same questions often enough that finally we
Should have given her blue eyeshadow. Yeah.
Oh, is it too late?
Oh, I don't know. What colour will blue and green make? Never
Blue
too
green?
late.
Blue green?
Blue green? We'll have, see, we can live with that, can't we?
Yeah.
That's better.
Oh, there is one already done.
Mary, you're amazing.
Good night, nurse. Good night, nurse. Well, I better get these questions asked if we're moving that fast. Gwen Simmons, a patron, asks, "Hi, Therese. What is the reason you got into paper crafting, and do you have a favorite card style, like A2, slimline, 5x7, that kind of thing?" I think you do.
I do. That's the easy answer. Got in A2, and I've gone to side fold cards now. I used to do top fold cards, and I've sort of turned off them. Even though I used the heavier weight card base, I just found if they would slip on a bench, the top fold ones someone didn't have it on that, then it looks kind of weird. So I figured a side fold card, doesn't matter how much stuff I put on the front, it's always going to stay upright when it gets to where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
And as for getting into card making, I've always been one of those people that would spend like an hour choosing just the right card for a person. I'd stand at the shop and and my husband, he'd leave me there and he'd say, "I'll come back." Okay. So I used to do cross stitch, but there's only so many of those you can give away or put up on a wall. And I just needed a different hobby, and I figured, well, how hard can it be? I can make my own cards, and ended up going. I went. I just got sick of the cards becoming more and more expensive, and they weren't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, I'll give it a go. And I just grabbed a piece of cardstock and an envelope, and I measured the envelope and the cardstock.
So did you know anybody that was making their own cards? Or?
No, absolutely nobody. I just thought I'd do it. I didn't have a computer or anything then, I don't think. So I used to just and then I kind of took me a little while. I worked out that that it was actually half a A4 sheet. It became
a
card that fit in the card, and I just took it from there. And then I found the community and love it. And it was, a way of saving money, obviously.
Right. How much did that card cost? Only $300. and half of the house.
I know, right?
But other than that, it was free. Because I already had the stuff. Yeah. It's okay.
Definitely wasn't a way to save money.
No. We're all in the same darn boat. And it's okay. It's nice that we have that.
Don't bring money into this, says Lauren.
No, we're saving it, remember? We're not buying cards.
No more dirty talk about money.
Saving it from being spent somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Exactly. I kind of figured it needs a little bit more glue.
It's
It's
pretty.
a bit weird, isn't it? It's freaking me out.
What's that?
I think I
Oh,
must.
no, I like it. The blue?
No, just the end
Oh.
of this Copic marker.
Oh.
Not pushed in. I think I must have refilled it and then pushed it back in far enough. I have to wait for the colour to regroup.
Yeah. A lot of people start card making because somebody was a direct sales in the office or something or other. And they go to a party or something.
Like Tupperware or...
I think you're the first guest that said, you were making cards outside of the crafting community before. Kind of naturally finding it is what I'm trying to say. That's interesting. I'm wondering how many other people are like that.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of it.
I don't know. Well, there's probably
Well,
dozens.
I
but
never
I don't
even...
think it's default.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't even heard of... I've been making cards for years before I even heard of Stampin' Up. Is that weird?
It's different, but it's nice. I like it.
And then we moved overseas.
I like that you're kind of unique.
Lynn says she's been making cards since elementary school, so that's the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. Too. Yeah, a lot of people have done that. I know that. I think a lot of scrapbookers would be like that too, because they've got those bits and pieces that they. But even with albums and things, if I ever made an album, like I never did scrapbooking or went anywhere with that, but I know that when we travelled overseas, I would keep the little bits and pieces. I wouldn't do anything fancy like the scrapbookers would, but I'd actually keep memorabilia from the trip and sort of put it in an album next to the photos of when we were there or things like that. But I wouldn't have called myself a scrapbooker or anything. Did I actually put that? I was going to say I didn't put that at the top, did I? I'm not out of screen yet, am I?
No, doing good.
So I just restamping that.
I took my first selfie when I was 8, and it's really funny. I've got my little
normal.
little brownie camera right there that I got with like chocolate milk powder coupons.
Hope you didn't waste the film.
And I looked right up my nose. It's black and white. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's out there.
We were never allowed to take photos and waste the film.
Well, it was my camera. Yeah, and so I was doing my thing. Yep, here it is. There I am, my first selfie. It was like this little pink brownie camera. It was called the style was a brownie.
Oh, it's
obviously quite an artistic child. First known. I remember
it was always, I don't know about in the US, but it was always really expensive to get the film developed here in Australia. That's what I love about digital. It doesn't matter. Now you can take as many photos as you want.
Yeah, you really can. It's amazing.
Right.
I love digital. And you get to see it right away. It's just wonderful.
I know.
You don't have to wait until... Oh, man, we used to hate getting those 36 picture exposure films because it took forever to use. And you didn't... By the time you got done with the 36 pictures, you forgot what was on. And then you had to wait a week or two to get them developed. It was great stuff. Oh, we just went through trials. So many trials.
Oh, she looks awesome.
Does she look primary color enough?
Yeah.
Good. Good. She likes the rain. She wants to take a selfie of herself. She wishes she had a little camera like I had. You don't, sister. Cheryl Jackson, who lives to amuse, has a question for you, and it is, what is one purchase that you are so very, very happy that you got? What is it, that one thing that you went, I don't know if I should get it, but man, I am so glad I did. What purchase did you wonder, what were you thinking? Oh, that's the second part. Okay. So what is something that you're just really glad you got?
Well, I would have said like the Misty would have to be. That was such a game changer for all of us, I think. Like having a stamp positioning tool. It was something I thought, I don't need that. I'll
Right.
And and I would, is that going to go in there? It should do. Go in there. And it took me such a long time to commit and actually buy one. And to be honest, I was actually sent one as a present. And once I got it, I went, what was I thinking? Why did I wait so long? And now I've been playing with the stamp wheel from Altenew as well. So it's really progressing. Like that whole tool is just becoming one of our go-to tools. And we used to just use the blocks before. So I don't know.
Right. I still use blocks a lot, which is probably
I do for simple stuff.
habit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's easier.
But there's certain things that just, man, it sure does make things so easy.
Totally agree. Now, to that. Can I fix that?
Okay. So conversely, do you have something that you bought that you just kind of go, why? Oops, I thought this was going to be marvelous.
Well, actually, I'm just using it at the moment, and it may or may not be, because I'm still working it out.
Okay.
But so I'll get back to you on that next time.
Okay. All right.
But this is from iCrafter, and it's a magnetic. They've got two versions, one that is and one that isn't magnetic. And I spent what I would consider a lot of money on. I think it was $120 here in Australia.
That's a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me that was like big purchase item, and it's just because I got sick of all these plates warping and everything. So the first time I used it, I followed their instructions, used the sandwich for it that they said, and then it just all buckled and went weird. So then I thought, well, that was a waste of money, and thought, okay, well, I ended up watching a video by Artist not that long ago, and she had it, but she used a different sandwich to what they recommended, and I thought, well, I'll give that a try. So now I'm trying it again, but a couple of weeks ago. But I'm wondering if I warped the plate, because it doesn't cut perfectly every time. But I'm going to persevere, because I paid that money for it, and I'll give it a try. How do you reckon this will tear?
Well, maybe Artist will help you out.
Yeah. Whether she's having the same problems as me, or whether it was mine. And I did contact the company, and they were lovely. They got back to me, and we'll see. But it's definitely with that sandwich that she uses, I'm less disappointed in the product than I was a short time ago.
She's so analytical. She's really good at taking something apart,
Yes, that's that. I don't know. She's obviously got that kind of brain.
She's an accountant.
Oh, there you go. That just totally makes sense, doesn't it? I've still got to try and stay with the light colours, maybe. We'll see. Are you finished? You're probably finished, are you?
No. I'm going to add my Diamond Sparkle Rain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, but take your time, please.
Yeah. I
haven't gone off camera
at your
yet.
own little happy speed.
No, you're doing great.
Well, that is funny that you have the thing that you're not quite so sure of right there.
And I'm actually using it now, whereas you had it, But sometimes it pays just to come and look at things again, especially if you've paid good money for it.
Yeah.
You just don't know. You might have been just having a bad day.
Well, sometimes there's small nuance to a product.
Yeah,
that,
I agree.
And if it's just, that's one thing about the internet that's really great. You can get so much teaching on so many things.
I agree.
Whereas it used to be just like, well, yeah, what's this do? What's this do? It just didn't make sense. Before I do.
Or if my memory's not working, I can just ask.
Memory?
What?
What's memory?
What's that?
So you are an emergency room nurse, and
Yeah.
you did last time you were on. You were going to go part-time, and you have done that, which is exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
And how does your day get filled?
Sorry, but my husband's laughing in the background.
You have lots of extra time, right?
It doesn't feel like it, though. It's kind of weird.
It is so strange.
Went.
Yeah. It really, there's no such thing as extra time, I don't think. It's just gets gobbled up.
It does.
Do you have to plan your day better, do you think? Or is it... I know I don't get up real early in the morning anymore. So
I get up about 5 o'clock usually in the morning, so that's not the problem.
Early. That's early.
Or whether I just overcommit or overcomplicate, maybe.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That always happens.
You still have a schedule to come back to, so you probably have to stay on point.
Yeah, I have. I haven't even thought of a sentiment. Yes, I've still got to. I'm still working, so I still have that, and then I do some extra. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that looks
Has
like
anyone
something
been able to help with the meteor shower? How was I going to do the meteor showers? I haven't been able to look and find out if anyone gave me
big rocks.
You could probably just do lines, like vertical lines, as if the ship was moving forward and it was leaving streaks in the direction it was.
Like vertical lines underneath it?
Yeah,
or
just like rain. Yeah, just instead of rain, just call them meteors.
Meteors.
Or maybe it's taking off in the rain.
That was a thought.
Oh.
Because I have these. They won't work. They're going to be too big. Where are they?
There's a dog here.
Mine's usually cat. The dog's too big to jump up on the desk.
He is a secret shedder. He sheds everywhere.
Our dog's got no secrets.
You cannot see him shed. But there's black hair all over my bathroom floor all the time. So those who have who have followed us for a while know about our sweet little darling monster kitty, Kerwin. This is his gotcha day. Oh, our little baby kitty.
Happy gotcha day.
We got him 3 years ago. He was a stray. He was 7 weeks old and a stray. And he yelled at my daughter until she let him in, or until she took him in. And we had just lost our old 16-year-old cat 2 weeks before. And so she kept texting me. And she was going, "You've got to just see this cat. You just have to see him." Well, you know what that means. You got a new cat. So
yeah, that's so true.
She brought him over, and he was scrawny and bossy. Terribly bossy.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed at all.
And you said you can't have him in there when you're doing the shows, can you? Because does he just get all meowy?
He doesn't care to come in anymore. He used to when he was a wee babe, but he doesn't come in as much as he used to. But he likes the heat of the lights, I think.
Yes.
But there weren't enough mice and wild birds. So, he kind of got bored. He's a hunter. But he's
Well,
a
our
good
cats
boy.
aren't. They're pretty hopeless. Which I don't mind at all.
Oh my gosh, one time I got him on camera. Well, we had the security cameras. And he jumped about 4 feet in the air on a bird feeder and got a bird. It was,
Wow.
Yeah, it was like watching some animal show from Australia. The deadly cat. So, with all those deadly animals.
We don't encourage bird hunting, though.
No. There's no... I didn't know he was going to come out from underneath that chair and jump 4 feet.
Oh, they're so quick, though.
So quick. So sneaky.
Cool.
Anyway, it's his gotcha day, little Kerwin. He likes to get up about 5:30 in the morning, so talk to ya.
Yeah, that's for breakfast.
That's about right. I'm not so sure. I think I might just leave that off. Leave it frameless,
that's
not having
definitely the bright colours.
They're pretty primary, don't you think?
Later. Yeah, perfect.
I might put this couple little ducks on top of the... How are you doing on time? I don't want to make you wait.
Or rush you.
Or rush you.
No rushing?
No, I don't want you to.
Good.
Gloria Davis. This is a horrible concept, Gloria Davis, but I know it's important. Gloria Davis asks, if your house was on fire, Lord forbid, what 2 things would you grab from your craft room?
The first would be my SSD drive.
Oh, smart, yeah.
Because I've got all the backup from the YouTube videos and all my links and all my photos and information. It's all there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not want to have to recreate that at all.
No.
The second
That's
thing.
a really good idea. What would be your second?
The other SSD drive.
Your data is one for sure.
No, let me think. Because I've heard people that have lost everything, and you think you don't even know where you'd start. How quickly could I lift out my IKEA drawer full of inks?
Yeah.
Probably my Gemini, like die cutting machine. There's so many things I just use all the time, but
you're probably not going to be crafting right away if your house just burned down.
I know. But a lot of the tools and everything, you can replace. You just don't want to have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now she's making me think. She's definitely making me think.
Yep. I know that we had a neighbor. He was like our scrapbook hero. He had been, his wife was a scrapbooker. When they first moved in, she was showing me their house, and she said, "This is my scrapbook room," and I was an independent consultant, and I told her, and we told him, and he just went, "Oh no." Oh no, not that. Anything but that. Please, Tupperware, anything, not that. But he was also a fireman, and he went on a call, and he happened to know that the person was a scrapbooker, and he went in to her house, and he knew where they were. I think it was a relative. He went in, and he knew where the scrapbooks were, and he just started chucking them out the door as fast as he could. And so he was like our scrapbook hero.
And that's
You're
what
a
that's
little off
where.
the screen
Oh
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're
The
fine.
thank you. The That's where scrapbooking is very different from cards, because a card can be recreated, whereas those scrapbook memories, you wouldn't want to recreate a layout. It's something that you put so much of your heart and soul into. It just wouldn't feel the same, I don't think, to try and recreate
No.
what you already had before.
Would be tough. So I should probably move all my scrapbooks over by a door. So in case they ever had to be saved, they'd be easy.
Or get a fireman friend, relative.
Fire blanket.
Fire blanket.
Fire blanket? Oh, yeah.
Well, I could also
Fireproof
probably.
safe. Instead of having a fireproof safe, you could have a fireproof room just for all your cards. That's what I get. I get a fireproof room for all my card. Then I wouldn't have to choose.
I think we're on to something there.
Yeah.
Stamping Up will probably have one soon.
They seem to have everything.
Who will be the first to have stamp or fire protected rooms? It's concept. I've got like 60 albums though, so it's
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
not like I can do a lot of
You
transport.
can't recreate that.
No. I'd probably have to grab my first selfie.
Yes, you can't replace that.
Because that's such a
Probably
gem.
you should take a photo of your first selfie and store it somewhere digitally so that you have it.
Keep it
Just
with
in
your
case
files.
you
So
lose
if I
it.
need it. It's made its way around the block a couple times. 2 houses ago.
You can blame you for the selfie
Craze.
craze.
My mom would never have her picture taken until she got a digital camera. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, I'll do it now. And she would let pictures be taken of her, and she would take selfies and
Because she could delete
selfies.
them or
I don't know
edit them? What was
she just
or
felt
just more
comfortable
fun?
with it. Yeah.
More fun?
Yeah, it was way fun, I guess. It was good because we've got lots of pictures of her now. Because she usually put her hand up in front of her face.
Oh, my sister does that. Very annoying.
Bad. Okay,
You have to
little
get sneaky
duckies.
photos instead.
You need to get dry, little duckies, because you're going to go on top of this girl that's in the rain.
Oh, did you watercolor everything? Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's not fancy watercoloring. It's pretty basic. And we have the thoughtful question of the day from our rock star, Grandma Gay. And she says, oftentimes, she'll put like a situation. And she says, it's morning in a large city. You live in a large city, right?
yes.
You step out onto the pavement. What is it that you notice and make you smile? Is it the colors of clothing and signs, the motion of people, the car sounds and voices and the motors? What makes you smile? You have a lot of loud birds.
They definitely make me smile. Yeah, they do make me smile. That's for
They're
sure.
funny. Mm-hmm.
I think just watching people walking their dogs and things like that really, because just seeing the interaction and how they are, definitely that's something that makes me smile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Since we've had our dog, we've been doing a lot of dog walking and stuff, and we go down to the beach with him a lot.
Oh, how fun.
And that's pretty cool. So, and just seeing how everyone interacts there and how the dogs interact with each other, it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a moment that makes you smile there.
Their little tails, they're so happy.
Yeah. good question.
My dog and I went walking with my daughter and her 130-pound beagle, basically, today. And it was fun. We went to a park and went on the trails. They were really nice. They were, oh man, I'm so glad I can't smell things like a dog. They like it a lot. But they're way into those certain, it's just like, whoa, what are you smelling, dude? Why aren't you kind of wanting to get away from that? It's just gross, but they sure had a good time. They loved every second.
That makes me smile.
Yeah.
Now where am I stuck? I've got the colours, peekaboo, random, and
First grade color, rain.
Meteor. I'm going to do some. I'm going to get a. I don't want to upset her in the meteor shower.
Well, maybe she likes it. That's why she's decided to take off during that.
I'm feeling like some. I wonder if that'd work.
Grace, I have a feeling this is a card you would never have made on your own without these prompts.
Possibly. It's up there with the robot card.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
All right.
We are just making you do all sorts of crazy stuff.
I know, right?
But it's fun, right? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so.
I agree. I wouldn't have said yes if I didn't enjoy it.
Well, that is a good tell. We're so glad you did. These little duckies. This is a cute little stamp set.
It is, isn't it? Are they all off the same set?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good combination. I like it when the stamp sets have everything you need.
Got even a little tiny umbrella for the ducks if they want one, which is very thoughtful.
Ooh.
I'm really glad that I reviewed the parameters tonight before the show too, because I pulled her out because I wrote them at the beginning of the week, and I slept and I didn't remember what I had on that silly wheel. So I reviewed them before the show and pulled out some stamp sets I thought would work. Yeah, she's just as cute as can be.
I'm sure I've got some cardstock somewhere.
Okie doke. We'll do is that the same size? Yep. Oh, I have to distress an edge. Oh.
Yes. You're behind.
I did the ink distressing. That's kind of what I thought. We'll just do this. We'll be good. What did you say?
No, you're in front.
I think I'm just
glad it's not a race.
No, gosh, no.
Don't feel
I'd
rushed.
never win it.
Don't feel
No.
rushed. Take your time on your card.
Take your time.
I'm the slowest card maker in the world.
That's all right.
Okay, take half of the time you normally do on the card.
I've been known to take days to make cards. I have to walk away and come back.
Well, that you do see things better that way.
I agree. Especially if you're fighting with it.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like you're fighting with it, I should say.
It's just not right. Sometimes you just have to walk away, Renee.
And then you go and have something to eat and you come back, or you might go to work and come back and it looks totally different. Yeah, sometimes you even like it.
Sometimes. When was the last time you threw a card away?
I think I've got one in the process of being thrown away at the moment. Struggling with it.
Darn it.
But I tend not
trouble
to.
causer.
I do tend to persevere mostly. But in the end, if it's really doing my head in, I'd say it is only paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hate to lose, though, right?
Yeah. Don't like to waste.
I hate to be beat by a piece of...
You don't want to be beaten by a piece of paper.
You.
It's going to be quite clean and simple for the amount of time it's taken me.
It's looking really strong. Like it very much.
I should have stuck with the peekaboo animals. I want to know, what's your peekaboo? Have we got?
Well, I don't know. Well, you're peeking into the frame. Yeah, you're peeking into the...
Yeah,
I think that was my
good
thinking.
idea. That's
Does that
a great
work?
idea.
I think it works.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was going to be completely different, but I changed it, and so now it doesn't really work. But at the same time, it kind of works.
You could put something on the inside.
But
You could just stamp one of the ducks on the inside.
I have one ready, and I was going to give him a little umbrella.
There you go.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. I thought I heard Deputy Heidi coming, walking up the steps.
You're in trouble.
Won't arrest me. Yeah, I had a whole nother plan and then had a different peekaboo, and then I forgot.
Yeah, I'm still missing a whole parameter.
Which one?
The raindrop.
Just a small one.
I don't want to put my head in the camera and scare you all.
Well, let's see. What could you do?
I'm going to do the meteor. I like the meteor shower idea. So I've got this. I'm going to, what do you reckon? What you're saying, Stephen? I can bring it down that way because I kind of feel like it should be going into the...
I would think that it would be the same direction as like the way that the ship is moving. It should be parallel.
So at the top and down, because this is glittery.
And it on different planets it rains different things like methane, and so
this one,
yikes.
This one's raining lawn fundamental sparkle glaze.
Oh yeah.
Always nice.
I think Saturn rains that.
Is that what it is?
That's what the rings are made out of. That's where they go get it. That's how they harvest it, from the rings of Saturn. You didn't know. I certainly didn't. Now their secret's out. Everybody will be going to Saturn.
I reckon I can call that.
You could just have a little, your duck saying peekaboo on the inside. That would 100% cover the parameter.
Okay.
That would be perfect.
Sounds like something a duck would say.
Careful what I touch now because I've got that glue drying.
You too.
Think. It's a bit random.
That's kind of okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing a series on our Patreon group for our Monday videos called Card Crimes.
Oh, cool. And
I'm remaking cards that I've made on Craft Roulette that were just bad. I committed card crimes. And then it's up to the viewer to decide whether I have been redeemed or made yet another card crime. this last week, I'm pretty sure I made another card crime.
Would you say
But
you've
aren't we
led
just
a life
having
of card crime?
I'm getting close to it. I didn't mean to, Judge. I didn't mean to. I tried to be.
Throw away the key.
As long as it's to the craft room.
Right.
20 years without crafts. No!
I couldn't do that. You can't
I
make
think Martha Stewart did crafts when she was
I
incarcerated.
think she just had house arrest or something.
She was in an institution, I think, but I think she led crafts or something like that.
Oh, wouldn't you just, though? Like, why
Maybe
wouldn't
she'll
you take
come on the show
advantage
and
of
tell
that?
us.
Yeah.
I don't think she. I don't know. I wonder what kind of guest she'd be.
I'm just playing now.
Good. Good. He's about to say peekaboo, and I'll be pretty wrapped up. I don't want to be cheating at all. It would be a crime.
That's the classic way to cover your bases right there.
Yep. Oh, this paper's been used before. It's got stuff on the back. So when you want to, I saw that you use some foam dots. When you pop up things, do you usually use foam dots? Or do you do paper layers?
So I've been doing a bit of a combination of the two, but I've mostly been using like the foam tape. But I have a bit of a problem with adhesive, meaning like I buy too much adhesive.
What do you like the best?
I have this fear of running out when it comes to adhesive. But yeah,
it's reasonable. That's a reasonable fear.
So that's why I need to work out how to store it a bit better. Well, that's right, because we were talking about that before with the Paper Crafters Get Organised Summit.
Okay.
There's some really cool ideas on that. So I'll be hopefully being able to rein in my adhesive.
Insecurity.
I know.
Okay,
what is it? Store it at the store. Trouble is,
it's
during the pandemic, you couldn't get it at the store. So
yeah, it was very that kind of thing just made you feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Feels a bit off balance. Wait until maybe when it dries, I'll take a piece off the side.
Yeah. I think it looks really cool.
Thank you.
I do. At least you remembered peekaboo. You got your first grader colors, and you've got meteor showers for rain. And you did a little edge distressing, I assume. I didn't see that part, but
that's the
she made her rocket kind of trails.
Okay, gotcha. That's a great
out of the stretch.
Because you could use an edge to do some inking with a distressed edge. Why not? Well, let's see what I did. I did peekaboo, almost forgot. But actually, this little duck could be peekabooing at this girl inside her bubble.
I agree.
He could. And so could this. And so could this. So it's a triple header. And first grade colors, I went pretty primary, and I used first grade supplies. And for rain, it's pretty obvious. And she's got sparkly rain. And I edge distressed this. And it was white core paper, so it has a nice little white edge. On the inside, I did another little duck. It says peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Perfect.
So he's very darling. So that's how I got it covered. Oh, fun. And you've got your peekaboo, your little alien looking out the window.
With her blue eyeshadow on. And I've got the first grader colours. I went for the primaries, the same. And the rain is the meteor shower made of, what is it again? Sparkle glaze.
From Saturn.
and from Saturn. And the distressed edge for the trail coming out of the rocket ship.
Well, Simon goes and gets the lunar paste, right? He goes to the moon.
He does too.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It did end up very
intergalactic
light. I
things
think
going
I'd like to
on.
make it on a darker background. I'd probably
Oh,
blend.
okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
good.
yeah. I like that's a real cool little gizmo with the atom kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
I like it.
Willing
I
her.
like it.
She's running away, I think, from him.
Got a story going on. I
No.
like it. I love good card stories. I don't know if these ducks are friendly or not. Maybe she put this shield this shield in front of her to protect herself from the crazed ducks. I don't know, but it says, I'm here for you, rain or shine. You could make that an aggressive statement. I'm here for you, rain or shine. If it weren't in such friendly fonts, just think about it.
Yeah. Could be a sneaky friendly font.
Friendly fonts are good things, but they could be deceitful. So anyway, all right. Well, let's let you go ahead and relax and take a deep breath. Turn your camera, and we will tell everybody else how they can play with this. I think they're going to have a good time. Yep, you get to send in your card now. It's your turn. I don't know that we've gotten any more or not. We probably have. I just hadn't seen it.
We have.
Okay, great. Use those 4 parameters. Don't miss a one, like some people. Send it to craftroulette.live. It's all done electronically. You have until midnight on Sunday. If you are a patron, you have till Thursday at midnight. That we give you lots and lots of times if you want it. So it's great. Just make sure you use those 4 parameters. Tell us why you chose those things that you use. So sometimes I can't figure them out. They're like puzzles, and I'm sometimes just don't get it. So please tell us, give us a hand and tell us what your intentions were. We have wonderful guests coming up. Look at that lineup. Look at that. Would you just look at that? We've got our artist, Percy Robb, one of my favorite Canadian teachers. She is one of the best teachers, I think, on the internet. Justine Hovey, who will be talking about this Paper Crafter Organization Summit. She will be staying up live in Germany and then back to Canada for Mari Clark. She's a delightful woman. She's only been on once. Maybe she'll get paperclip. And Brandy Mahan will be joining us for the first time, as well will Kathy Zilski be joining us in May for her first time. It's all fun. We've got more coming in too, so don't miss a week. Make sure you hit that button, that bell button, so that you get notifications for every week. And I know it's pretty fabulous, isn't it, Grandma Gray? It is. It is. We do want to thank our patrons. They do give us special support, and it really does make it so that we can be here every Friday night. There's a lot of polls in life, and so it does help just to go, okay, we got a whole bunch of people expecting us to be there. We got to make a good show for them, even when it's me doing it. So that, anyway, we do thank you for your help, so that we did get our graphic card, and we did get that new monitor and that new cable and all that good stuff. But in turn, we also give you guys as much as we can for bonus content. Try to make it really fun over there. Don't forget the all patron call. You can be a patron for as low as $5 a month, and we really, really appreciate it. Or if you want to step up and be a club fun person, we have 3 calls a month, and fun supporters now have an extra call every month as well, because we are doing a random birthday thing. It's so fun. Don't miss them.
And there's an all patron Zoom call tomorrow, right?
At 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time, so that our Aussie friends can join us with their cuppa. Maybe their mug clubber cuppa. Oh, that means it's time to give away some stuff. Let's give away some stuff, shall we? We always give. Oh, this is so much fun. Make sure, if you are a winner, that you have till Sunday night to claim your prize. Use the claim prize form on craftroulette.live. And use the same email that you sent your card in. It is a security measure so that we know that it's really you. And then if you're a patron, you have till Thursday. So, let's give away a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. This goes anywhere in the world. This is our original giveaway. if your name is on that board, it will be, or your name will be on that board if you sent in one of those 200 and whatever cards last week. It's all programmed. Very fancy. Because Mr. Producer doesn't want to do work every week. He does it all at once. Amara G. Yahoo! Amara, make sure you let me know. Use that claim prize form. Now for a goodie bag that has to stay in the United States. I'm sorry. It's just expensive. It's just too expensive. But if you are international and it comes on your lands on your name, we will give you an OG, an original gift, a handmade card with a nitty-bitty gift. Betsy Eichenberger. These are fun. These are brand new names. We haven't gotten these folks giving them any prizes before, I don't think. Ooh, for a VIP pass to the Paper Crafters Get Organized Summit, which is going to be pretty amazing. Oh, Birthday Bob got his birthday card today. But it wasn't his birthday. It just that I had to send Birthday Bob a birthday card if I send him a card. Rose! Rose has been around with us for a long time. Make sure you let me know you want that, Rose. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Yahoo! And for this calls for confetti. I use their little bubbles and there's confetti tonight. It's good fun. Nice stuff. We like confetti here on Craft Roulette too. Remember, I do have an announcement tomorrow for the patrons in the all patron Zoom call. Gonna be fun. And Severson, you let me know and you'll get that $25 gift certificate to This Calls for Confetti. Oh, you're welcome. I do. They're really good. I love those little bubbles and the die cuts that go with them. Very good. And Whimsy Stamps. I think you were here today too. Who's going to get that? Stacy Cobb. That's who's going to get it. Now, what do you guys have to do? Go to craftroulette.live and use that claim prize form. As soon as this is all done, it will go live and you can claim your prize and I will maybe get it to you tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, I'm not sure how the day is going to happen.
Go for it.
So, I think we will bring back this relaxed young lady from Australia. There she is. You did it again. You made a very non-Therese card. Someday.
I'll just get like any card shape. I'll get plant and I'll get happy colors and cluster of 3.
You can still
I didn't
make
get any.
card. No, you didn't.
I know.
You do a lot of those, actually, so we just wanted to stretch you just a little bit and to see how absolutely versatile you are, whether you like it or not, right?
It's all good. It's all good. It's fun.
It is
and it's
fun,
nice
though,
to do
isn't
something a bit different too. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It is a fun little game. It's a good, fun little exercise. I get a lot of feedback that people like it because they get to go, I'm going to try something, and I'm going to do this or that, and never would have done it otherwise. So, yeah, we have a bunch of like gentlemen that do it with their wife, that do their cards with their wives now, and it's a family affair. So it's very fun. Last week we had Kelly Muse was at a craft retreat. And she said she had 10 women all hunkered down around a small laptop watching Craft Roulette. So it was, what a sight.
Imagine the ideas that would have come out of that little gathering.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding. It would have been fun to be a fly on that wall. Well, tell us just a brief little thing about the craft organization. What are you going to talk about, or whatever you have?
Oh, yes. I'm actually one of the presenters because you were talking about Justine Hovey. She's organising the Paper Crafters Get Organised Summit. So I'm really excited to be one of the presenters at the summit. There's 27 of us all together and lots of great ideas there for organising your supplies and storage ideas. A lot of the ideas are actually free or really, really affordable. And
Oh.
a lot of the people who are presenting, we've all been crafting for so many years and we've tried every method. So, and obviously it's always going to evolve. And some of the craft rooms are very small. One of the girls she works from a desk, and she has like, I don't know, 80 or whatever 1,000 followers on YouTube. It's incredible. So that's just how she does it from that. So lots of good ideas that don't necessarily cost you a lot of money and help you decide what's going to work for you, and making sure that you get crafting and not just cleaning and finding.
Right. I've got my
Or
free
being
ticket. I'm
overwhelmed.
ready. I'm ready. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
It is.
I'm glad
Good
that you're a
fun.
part of it, and it's fun that you're here.
Thank you very much. It's been
'Cause
so
we
much
do-
fun to join you and
we do
everybody. I
have a
can't
blast.
wait to go back and read the live chat, because
I know they've
have
been
my head
busy, haven't they? Yeah.
No. Awesome.
Their little fingers just fly all night long. You've got to I forgot. You probably should rest your fingers for Friday nights because you're going to be chatting. Well, let's go ahead and kiss our brain and call it a night. And we will see you on the summit. But till then, big old smooch on the head. And thank you so very much. Thank you, patrons. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, chatterboxes. Thank you, Mr. Producer. He says. And we will see you 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time on a Zoom call tomorrow. Patrons, thank you. And from Australia and Kansas City, good night.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.